Logan Paul is in studio. He's 24. He's a very famous YouTuber and podcaster. There's an event coming up. It's the Challenge Games that is this coming Saturday, July 27th. It's in Long Beach. It's at Veterans Memorial Stadium in Long Beach City College, and it'll be streaming on YouTube, and it's a track and field event with famous YouTubers and entertainers. I watched Logan fight a very game fight against KSI, who's how would you describe KSI, Logan?
I think the best way to describe KSI is like he's just like a kind of just a loser.
Succinct.
But another YouTube guy's figured out a way. Logan's got 19.6 million subscribers and billions of total views. So capturing that audience, unbelievable. We'll talk boxing because I know you're into boxing. I used to be a boxing trainer, so we can take a deep dive into that. But how did you get started? You're from Ohio. Mm-hmm. How did this begin? And also, we have a funny video with your brother.
Oh no, please.
No, this is.
Is it funny or is it cringe? Because a lot of my old stuff is cringe. Which one are you gonna?
This
which
is
one are you
your
talking
brother,
about?
I think, and my
So
son.
cringe.
This is my
cringe.
son seeing your brother.
Oh,
sorry. What's your brother's name?
It's delightful.
his name's Jake. Oh, wow. What's happening?
Yeah. He's at, like, I don't know, Golf World, or I don't know where the hell he's at.
Okay.
Candy from a baby, I'm telling you. So, Jenna.
Excuse me? Are you Jake Paul?
Why are you asking?
We just saw you on YouTube.
Yeah, I'm Jake Paul. Is that your mom?
Oh, no, that's her name.
That's your nanny?
Yeah.
That's your
I never
son?
had a nanny growing up.
That's my son. My
Whoa.
son walked up to your brother.
Wow,
Worlds collide.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats on the son.
Later on, he did the exact same thing with Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
I
He's
know
like, I've
you.
seen your computer.
Yeah, you should be worried.
So you start off, tell me about high school, and let's follow how this works. You grew up in Ohio.
Yeah, I grew up in
You're a
Ohio.
jock in high school.
Jock, but also a scholar. Like I was a scholar athlete. That was my title. I'm a nerd. Like I'm a big geek. I graduated high school with a 4.7 GPA. I got a 33 on the ACT, full academic ride to college.
Like you, Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, for real? You got it?
No.
I picked up garbage on a construction site.
Oh.
No.
Very
Yeah.
different. Sorry, you were saying.
No, okay, I don't know. Yeah, and so I've always loved learning and doing my best at whatever I do. So in high school, it happened to be sports and academics. And so in the meantime, I was making videos online, and they ended up taking off when I was about 18. But I've been creating since I was 10. So like, I had gotten the formula down by the time Vine came out, which is where I exploded.
What's the next evolution then? If you've been creating since you were 10, where do we go from here, or where do you see yourself in your 30s?
That's a great question, Adam. I don't know. I don't know. I do so many things. I'm really versatile. I just hope whatever I'm doing is going to be doing something that I love, something that makes me happy. That's what I try to do.
Is it the way to monetize it? Do you have subscription? Do you have advertisement? Is there some of each?
There's so many different ways to monetize. The general rule of thumb is if you have an audience, you should be monetizing them. And this musician Russ, he said, if you have more followers than you have money, you're doing something wrong. And I agree with that. Like if you have an audience, you should be able to capitalize on them if you're doing your job right. And you know, I am a geek. I am a nerd. I am a business centric, smart, calculated guy. I love marketing. And so me personally, to answer your question, I started a clothing line called Maverick by Logan Paul, and that was the big jump for me. That's how I made most of my money. But you know, there's sponsors, there's brand deals, there's AdSense on YouTube itself. There's a lot of different ways. Hey, how you doing over there?
How's it going, man?
I don't know.
I'm learning a lot here.
Really?
Yeah.
Already?
I don't know a lot about this stuff. This is
You're learning?
fascinating.
All right.
Well, you know,
that's good.
I'm old, so I grew up and there was only one way of doing things. And that was pretty much sell a ticket to a movie or have a TV show and sell advertisements. That was pretty much, those are the two sort of entertainment ways of doing it. You could do live performance and do it that way.
Sounds horrible. I'll tell you why, because if you have to rely on advertisers, to me, like that sounds like slavery to me. That like literally that sounds like I'm being trapped in a hole where I have to succumb to someone because they're paying me money. That sounds that's horrible. That sounds like torture to me.
hold on a second. I got to make some notes. Those detention centers at the border.
Right.
Yeah.
Those are those are
Advertising-driven.
Holocaust. No. Those are crematoriums.
Right.
That's
Right,
Auschwitz, and doing live spots. That's slavery.
Full-on slavery.
Yeah, we're living in a
No,
pretty good
no,
time.
don't twist my words like that. I'm saying if you have to change who you are and how you act to be someone who you're not online because you're worried about being paid by a brand or a
Well, we
sponsor.
just got into that actually because we're just talking about Dan Lebitard and not talking politics on ESPN, and it's a world where we're sort of split. There are people that are online saying whatever they want, and then there are people that work for ABC News and have to
Toe the line.
watch their language a little bit and toe the line. But you got into boxing. I got into boxing early, and you threw yourself into this.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
And the fight you had with KSI was no joke. It was 6 3-minute rounds. It was not, normally they do like 1-minute rounds or 2-minute rounds. 3-minute rounds is a regular length round.
Legit.
It's a long round, and normally they go like 3 2-minute rounds or something, but 6 3-minute rounds that's a long fight.
It was legit. It was a legit fight. Yeah, I spent 5 months of the year training every single day for it. I'm not. When I do something, I want to be the best at it. Like I said, so I threw myself into boxing because I wanted to win. And unfortunately, it was a draw. So we do have a rematch coming up later this year, and I've still been training almost every day for it.
And you built a ring, right?
In my backyard. Yeah. I built a ring in my backyard. So we host fights out there. We practice out there. We do all this stuff.
I'd like to train you for a couple of days.
So I heard this. They prepped me and said you're big into boxing. You used to be a boxing trainer. You used to box yourself as well. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely intrigued. There's one problem that might be a problem, and you tell me. Mm-hmm. We fight with our hands down. Mm-hmm. I'm that style. I fight with my hands down.
Well, I was watching the tape, and there's telltale signs of amateur boxers. First off, there are many great guys who fought with their hands down, but fighting with your hands down means you're either really good or really bad. There's not a lot of middle ground. So Logan keeps his right hand up and keeps his left hand low because he wants to get off his jab. It's sort of hard.
Oh, shit.
It's hard to get the jab off. You got to go round one. We're looking at. So let's talk about the good things. The jab is a punch. It's hard to get off your jab if it's sort of tucked in tight. If it's hanging down loose, it's easier to snap it out there. So Logan's got a good jab.
Thanks.
Most guys who pick up the sport later in life don't have a good jab. Logan's got a good jab. Logan also does something with his jab which you don't see rookies do, we'll just call it, guys who are new to the sport, is he goes downstairs with the jab. He goes upstairs and then he goes to the midsection with the jab, which is a good way to do it. So I wouldn't really tell you got to get your left up, even though it's a little more orthodox or a little more limp. There he went to the gut. All right, you can stop it. The point is his jab is good. He gets his jab off. He keeps his right up, which is good. The guy he was fighting throws the roundhouse stuff. His stuff comes wide, not down the pike. Coming straight down the pike, if you watch the Klitschko's, that's just a better way to connect. Just a straight line. The problem is the guys who throw wide, if your head movement isn't great and that you get caught, you get caught. Yep. Logan got caught. Logan had a bloody nose, a bloody lip. I mean, Logan got beat up a little bit.
That was actually my brother. I was fine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that was your...
Yeah, he fought right before me.
Well, you got a bloody nose.
No.
No? Mm-mm. Wait a minute. Mm-mm. Didn't I see you after the fight with blood in the
Look, he's
nose?
pristine.
No, I've never bled. I don't know what my own blood looks like.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet it's red.
Probably.
You're an American, aren't
Maybe.
you?
Red, white, and blue, baby.
I saw in the later rounds, you had a bloody nose.
Nah,
well, who'd your brother fight?
That guy's brother.
Oh, really?
How crazy is that, by the way? That's nuts. Yeah, brothers fought brothers.
That's weird.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
There he is. That was, yeah.
I didn't say. Yeah, your brother did get bloodied up, but I thought you got bloodied up too. Well, anyway, you took some good shots very good shots.
I mean, sort
You're
of.
game.
I mean, what?
Very game.
I mean, sort of. I don't know. The kid doesn't hit hard. It's not like you just said it. His technique isn't great.
He is wild and wide.
I got tired. I
got
got way tired. Third round, legit
Yes.
thought I was gonna die. Death.
Yes.
Not fatigue. Death.
Yes.
You hear what I'm saying? So maybe you can help me with that. And I think I had to do something with nerves.
I'll tell you what it is. It's nerve, and it's not. Yes, it's nerves. The thing. Here's the deal. If you watch guys like Roberto Duran toward the end of his career, that guy's walking around with a spare tire around his belly. He doesn't have a vein in his arm. I mean, that guy looks. If you asked what he did, you'd think he had an office job. Like, that's what he looks like with his shirt off. But he's so goddamn relaxed. He's not burning the calories. There's a mental thing where you're tensed up and you're going off. There's a thing of like, you see great hitters in baseball, they're not hanging on, they're not torquing on the bat. They're just super loose, and then they can get off.
Yeah.
And now you can't talk you out of it because it's a fight.
I know.
And there's so much adrenaline, and the adrenaline dump just kills. You see guys like James Lights Out Tony, those guys are being their like 75th fight. Guy's like standing there, like he literally smoking a cigar, like in between rounds, like his heart's barely beating, because he's not moving that much. It's all, oh my God, it's the feeling of, I used to tell my students, I would say, you just got pushed off the back of a cruise ship at night and we're 3 miles from shore. And if you start freaking out, you drown. We got one chance at the shore. It's super smooth. Get your breathing down. I know you're freaked out because you just fell out of the back of us. Now you got to collect yourself and real easy and focus, good technique. We'll get to the shore. You freak, you drown.
It might be one of those things, as shitty as this is, it might be one of those things where, great analogy, but also until you've boxed for 1 or 2 years, you have no idea. You can't just calm yourself down in a fight,
you
right?
can't.
Like, experience is the only way to learn that.
That's right. That's why James Toney and Roberto Duran just stand there. You're in much better physical shape than Roberto Duran and James Toney.
It's
you could outrun them,
Yep.
and you could outlift them, and any endurance endeavor, you'd kick the shit out of them. But when they get into the ring, that's Roberto Duran at the end with a spare tire. Yeah.
Tyson Fury does a good job of this. It'll be round 12 and Tyson Fury is moving around like it's round 1. Like, Andy Ruiz Jr. Like, I can't.
Yes, we're looking at James Toney looking a little thick.
A little soft.
Right. So how do we do the part where, and you're right, you can't just tell somebody, hey, relax.
Yeah.
You're in a packed arena. People are going nuts. Your adrenaline is through the roof. And that maybe is with a sports psychologist. I don't know. Have you ever tried that?
Oh, like visualizing type?
Well, let's look at it this way. You're physically in more than good enough shape to go 6 rounds.
Yeah, we did it in practice over and over and over and over again. I would run 4 miles at a time at like a 5-minute 30 pace, which is ridiculous.
Right.
Which is crazy. I had never been in that good a shape in my life. Round 3 starts and I can't breathe.
Right.
And it's round 3. I have 3 more to go.
Right.
It was terrifying.
Right.
And
So,
I'm a big guy. Lactic acid running through these veins like no other.
We're not going to fix that by harder training because we've already figured out you're training hard enough. You're enough physically trained. That's like sports psychology now.
I like where your head's at.
Now we got to...
Yep.
I like where your head's going to be.
Moving, diving, dipping, dodging.
That's
bobbing,
where you
weaving.
start talking about the relaxation drills and the breathing
Absolutely.
and all the stuff in between rounds because there's no use doing more push-ups or more road work. You've already done enough to do those rounds.
What we have to do, you and I, Adam, we got to go somewhere and put me in a high intensity,
Siberia.
high pressure
Sounds right.
environment. Where are you going to take me and what's the circumstance?
I am going to come to your backyard. You got a ring back there?
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to work with you, and I'm going to show you techniques that will not tire you out.
Okay. I
It's
thought you
the
were going to drop
punching.
me in the Arctic Ocean.
Yeah, he's going to boot
with
you off the back
sharks.
of a cruise ship.
Like, that sounds about right.
No.
Oh, yeah, we can do it in
Get on this
Encino.
cruise
That's
ship.
fine. Encino's good.
I'll hook you up with a sports psychologist, and we'll work on those
That'd be
things.
awesome.
But also, the techniques.
Okay.
That's the economy of punches, the economy of movement, the looseness of the punches.
Yep.
That'll make a huge difference.
Gotcha.
Huge
difference.
difference.
I'm sure.
So you looked great in the first 3
Thank you.
rounds, and then he ran out of gas, and it was still a very good fight.
Thank
and
you.
the rematch is coming up.
I think hopefully the end of this year. It takes a while, to secure a very, very large bag, which we're trying to do. And also, he's in the UK, we're in the United States, and it's a little harder to host a fight over here than it is the UK. There's a lot of rules with the, what is it, the association or...
The sanctioning board. Or
whatever they're called. They're strict over here.
Mm-hmm. Now, there was some talk about you fighting Bagel Boy or whatever his name is.
What is this? I
don't know
just saw
what
this
this
on the
is.
way over here. Have you seen Bagel Guy?
Yeah.
I have. He's 5'0" nothing.
Little guy.
You can't fight him.
No,
That's
no
not
way.
fair.
No,
That's stupid.
I saw it and I got excited. I was like, "Oh, a cool little fight!" And then I saw him training, and I'm like, no, I would kill him. I don't want to do that.
Yes.
But I saw that video. You know the video we're talking about,
We
right?
do,
Bagel
yeah.
Guy. You're not my boss or my father or God.
Come at me, and then someone takes it down.
I got mad respect for him. Like he'll never win a fight, and I can confidently say that. But I got mad respect, big balls on that guy.
I can't tell what's performance
I was
art
gonna say.
now, though. I don't know who's doing what and
Ooh.
what. Oh, watching
really-
him train.
What the fuck? Oh my god! I love watching people first learning how to box. Like when I look back at my videos where I was first learning how to box, they're so bad. Oh my god! I gotta respect it though.
Oh, he is bad.
He has to get on his tiptoes.
Who's he fighting?
I mean, if you mean he's bad, like he's a bad man, like he'd hurt someone.
Yeah.
They're looking at.
He'd hurt a child.
fighting-
He'd hurt a 12-year-old, no problem.
He's fighting insecurity.
They're looking at the hide your kids, hide your wife guy for him, Antoine Dodson, I believe.
He's wearing
Oh, really?
He's wearing
Yeah,
a Sierra
yeah.
Nevada t-shirt, so I'm already on his corner.
Oh, there we go. Dang, mad respect.
Yeah.
Good job, Bagel Guy. I will not fight you. You're a beast, and I'm scared.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to a day of training in your backyard.
I'm down.
I think we can work some things out. I'll hit Geico. Yes. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say let's not make this be one of those things where we say it on like media and don't do it. Like we should actually do it. You know?
Well, I love doing it. Like I used to do it for a living, and I enjoy it. And I was always good with the technique. And you're already strong, and you have good speed, and everything. You got all
Thanks.
the tools. It's
Thank
just
you.
a couple little tweaks.
Yep,
I'll
yep.
give you, and I think you'll benefit from those.
Very cool.
Let me hit Geico. Everyone's got the to-do list. How about you save hundreds of dollars on your car insurance? You don't have to go anywhere. Just go to geico.com. Spend about 15 minutes. You could be saving 15% or more on your auto insurance. Take that extra money, put it in your pocket. It'll be the most rewarding thing you'll do all day. That is Geico. Geico.com. All right.
Well, real quick, I also have a podcast, Geico. If you want to sponsor me, I mean, we're the #1 podcast in the world, so just hit me up. You can have impulsivepodcast@gmail.com. What were you saying?
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk more with Logan Paul right after this.
And now, another actual 5-star iTunes review of the podcast, read by Adam's buddy, Oswaldo.
ACS has been great since Gina Grand joined, and they were really good. Amazing to put of free content entertainment every day.
You said it, pal. Go to iTunes, rate and review the podcast, and maybe Ozzy will butcher your review too. Now, back to the Adam Carolla Show.
All right. We uncovered recently some old footage of yours truly hitting the focus pads.
Oh, yeah.
I'll direct that to the monitor so you can understand that I used to be able to box back before I got old.
Oh, shit.
Yes. Yeah. Let's get rid of it. Yeah. 1, 2 now. 1, 2, 1, 2 now. Back shot. Go. Bam, 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 bam.
Hey, this is great. Can I comment on this?
Go ahead.
Go. Go.
All right, so two things. Two things I noticed right away. Your smile's great. You got a great smile, and your teeth are really white.
It's important.
you.
That's awesome. Number 2, were you a brawler? Like, did you
No.
get hit a lot? Because your punches look super. They look kind of compact and intense.
Yeah, that was my whole thing. It's see how much power you can get out of a short movement.
Okay.
Because the big movement tires you out. And when you miss, it knocks you off balance.
And you hyperextend your arms.
You
and whatnot.
hyperextend
Yeah.
everything. My feeling is like, let's see how much power you can get out of a short pullback. Like,
Okay.
it's like, how hard can that arrow go without pulling the bow back that far? And there's techniques to do it, and it is soul crushing when you're fighting guys that don't have a ton of experience because you hit them from short distances, and that's what we'll work on with
Got
you.
it, okay.
You'll generate a ton of power without having to move a lot.
Okay, cool.
That's the key. Now, here's the other problem. Once you get the adrenaline dump, everything gets big and wide and bad. So, like, the adrenaline is the enemy of form. In every, I think it is for fucking and fighting.
Well said.
Which sometimes I'll combine. Oh, yeah.
Do you still get the adrenaline rush from fucking?
No, not.
I can't believe this is happening.
That happens occasionally with me, like once every 2 months.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Working on it. No, I don't.
Do you like being a bachelor, playboy?
No.
You don't?
I mean, I used to, but then I got mature, and now I just want to be in love and have a baby.
You do?
Yeah, I really do. Like, that's why I say congrats on the son. Like, must be nice to have a son.
Yeah, he looks up to YouTubers and ignores me, but yeah.
So what a horrible way to go about living life.
I know.
Please change that.
I'm going to change him when I put those 16 ounces on and take
Let's
care of him
go.
when I
Hey,
get home.
good shout. Yeah, I want a babe. I want a little boy baby running around. Little babe.
Yeah. It's fun. I have twins. I have boy-girl twins, and you learn about everything you need to know about the differences between men and women by just having one of each, same age, all the way through.
Yeah.
It is interesting.
I just got to find a mate, dude. Gotta find a vessel.
Well, you're
First,
good.
stop calling them mates and vessels. You have a lot more
Incubators.
success.
Vagina shoots.
Vagina shoots? I would never say that.
I said it.
Don't cheapen the
You're rich, you're successful, you're good looking. You must have women coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, but I don't want a thought. I want a girl. I want an intellectual girl. I want an opinionated girl, an independent girl. And they're few and far between in LA, at least. Like, maybe if I popped over to Erewhon more often, I mean, let's be honest. You go to Erewhon, the ratio
the
is
Whole Foods store.
Yeah.
Ooh. Whole Foods is good. Erewhon is guarantee. They're like I probably all of my future wives shop at Erewhon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Erewhon, it's so funny because Erewhon, which is the hoitiest.
I don't even know what Erewhon is.
Oh, sure you do. There's one by the Grove.
You don't know?
I couldn't tell you. I'm not that. I'm Trader Joe's for life.
Imagine like a Kroger, but then imagine a Whole Foods, but then imagine Erewhon just at
wow.
the top of the food chain.
It's like above Gelson's, above Bristol
Oh,
Farms.
yeah. Makes us look like trash.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. All right.
A drink
Yeah.
there is $25, like that type of shop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's there's John Travolta, then there's Woody Harrelson, and this is like the Woody Harrelson, like in the
That is a weird comparison.
I'm saying it's like there's the standard actor,
Okay.
you know, and then there's super crunchy,
Okay.
you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's that.
Smells a little weird in there.
Is there one of these?
No.
Oh, wow.
No, when I was a kid, there was one. It was like in Burbank, North Hollywood, and it was when health food was weird, not hip.
right.
So it was
Okay.
where the weirdos would
Right.
go. Now it's all
Oh, yeah.
Venice, West Side,
It's gone.
hipster.
It's gone the Banana Republic route. Like it's gone from sort of
Right.
weird niche,
Weird
wants
army
that, to like
surplusy.
high end.
Right, right. So, so the fight's coming up, and you'll keep us posted for that. How many people do they figure will attend in person? Seemed like a big crowd
I
last
think we
time.
had 15,000 last time. This one will be more. Anywhere from 17 to 20 is my guess. I would love to do it at the Staples Center or the Forum.
Do you do pay-per-view?
We do. Yeah, it was $10 last time. 1 million people clocked in. You can do the math. 2 million people pirated it, so we lost $20 million in one night. Not ideal.
But you learn.
You learn sort of.
Is that sort of like an acceptable loss? Like grocery stores know that a certain number of product is going to be stolen, broken, whatever.
It's a great question. The answer is fucking fuck no, hell no.
But
an acceptable loss, $20 million. But here's why it's a great question. Because you have to expect that's going to take place,
I
right?
mean, accept like you're okay with it. I mean, like you know it's going to happen.
Exactly. And it is... in an ideal world, it doesn't take place. Like the UFC does a good job of regulating their stream so it's not pirated. Like ours was on YouTube, and although we did have a takedown team, it didn't take place quite as efficiently and quickly as we needed it to on some websites. I'm not going to say which ones. Twitch, 1 million people watched on Twitch, and that's $10 million gone.
Well, look on the bright side. Maybe they wouldn't have watched it all.
I was going to say, maybe.
If they were going to have to pay the money.
I bet at least maybe $250,000 would have.
You're probably right.
How do you, what keeps you up at night? Do you think about...
Yo, I've been up at night lately. It's so odd you asked this question.
It's a good answer.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No, and I hate it because I've always been...
Hold on. I've never asked anyone that question before, so I'm glad.
Really?
I never do. It's not like a standard question.
It's a great question. I would ask probably most people. I'd love to hear most people's answer. But I've been up at night lately and having trouble sleeping, and I really don't like it because I've always been one, like, at the end of the day, I am exhausted. That day I've milked every little ounce of liquid I can out of it, and I'm exhausted. Time to go to bed and get my 5 to 8 hours of sleep. Recently, though, my mind doesn't shut off. Does not shut off. And so, after I lay in bed just looking at the ceiling for 45 minutes, I woke up today at 4 p.m. because my dog was barking. And
4 p.m. or
4 a.m. Sorry, 4 a.m. Sorry. 4 a.m. And my mind, I notice, immediately goes into thinking about what I'm doing the next day. Like, it's the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. Like, I have a severe hyperactive problem happening in my brain right now, and I need to figure out how to calm it down somehow.
Do you have an assistant or some sort of
I do. She's a
schedule
gym
manager?
Her name's Danny. We have everything. Her name's Danny. Without Danny, I'd probably fall apart. Literally, like, I'd disassemble.
Because I was thinking you should outsource that sort of, like free up that brain space by having someone just manage your calendar, manage your whatever.
It's tough.
I know.
It's more of like a real internal type struggle.
It's always it gets you to be who you are. You know what I mean? Because you're the kind of person who focuses on the schedule, what you have to do, and your tasks, and blah blah. You are, that person.
Yeah. How's your relationship with your family? I heard that you had kind of hands-off parents. My parents were a little laissez-faire themselves. I know I'm using a lot of French words today, but I mean, they were the kind of,
they had that certain je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, they were lukewarm on their kids. Like, they didn't really do a lot for them. And somebody said that your parents were kind of like that for you, but now what? Now how are they?
They're great. No, they weren't. If you say hands off, I'd like to specify and say they allowed me to do and pursue what I wanted to do. They weren't lazy. They're fucking phenomenal.
Did you have a dog growing up?
I did.
Did you have a basketball hoop?
I did. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, fuck.
No,
Dylan, come on. Who did 1,000 times ahead of me?
Yeah, shit research. I had a dog. His name was D-O-G. It spells dog. D-O-G.
You had a dog? Did you have a swimming pool above ground or not?
No swimming pool. Had a garden. Learned how to plant tomatoes.
Did your dad ever help you fix a car, do any work in the garage?
Everything.
Oh, God damn it,
great
Dylan.
parents.
No, they're phenomenal. No, they're phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie, they're amazing. They're incredible. The reason I am the way I am is because of them.
And do you take care of them now? Do you help them out? I don't mean take care of them,
wipe
but
their ass?
I mean, you make a lot of money. I don't know what they do. You put a new roof on their house or something like that?
My mom is married to a facial plastic surgeon. She don't need no help. My dad, however, just got varicose veins in his legs.
He needs those socks.
Quickly sent him
the copper in them.
The socks make those go.
There's definitely copper and everything. Like, turn on commercials.
Compression socks.
You think you've had a hoagie? Not before you've had the copper. It's like they're putting copper in everything. We've decided we're getting rid of the pennies, and I think we're putting them all in the sock.
That's what we're doing.
Is that what we're doing now?
Interesting. Yeah, no. So I sent him the money so he could heal himself. So yes, if they need taken care of, I am more than happy to take care of that. It was odd hearing my dad thank me for sending him the money to fix his varicose veins. Well, now I'm thinking you did this. You made me, guy. You don't need to thank me. And I told him that. And I got emotional when I told him that because it was such an odd conversation.
Do they understand fully what you do? Do they appreciate it? Do they view you? Do they understand? They are they fans? Do they keep up?
Yes, they are. Yeah, now they understand. It took them a little bit, but they've always been really supportive. I think where it gets like tricky is maybe when they try to give me like content advice.
You know what you should do? It would be real funny.
Yeah, like one of the, and I'm just like, thanks, appreciate you, but I don't know.
So as far as content advice, I do a daily show, so I have to come up with content.
Is it this one?
It's this one.
Okay, great. So you need material.
Well, I do multiple shows a day, and millions, stand-up, everything else, and write books. So I find myself carrying around these buck slips and like making little notes about stuff I want to talk about or I've observed all day. What is your process?
My buck slip is called an iPhone X, and I have a note here. It's called Impulsive, which is the name of my podcast. And here are some notes. So just write down what thoughts during the day. Talk about them. Anything that comes across my mind and I clock is interesting. Like, shall I read
just
you
looked
one?
at. Well, I saw the one at the top. What's wrong with black people? But maybe didn't want to talk about that one on the air.
All right.
More of a
Well,
but there's
conversation.
got to be other stuff
Maybe
on
there's
there
another
too.
one.
well, you made that up. You're lying, and here goes my
It's right
career
at the
again.
top. It's right at the
What's
top.
wrong with
Big
Why
question
would
mark.
I say that?
I don't know why you wrote it on.
No,
Please
I
tell
didn't
us.
write that. I hope you get
I
clipped and
saw
that
it
gets
from here.
retweeted on Twitter.
That's what I saw. Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, do you want to know something I actually
know.
wrote?
Other stuff you've written.
My chef bought. I have a private chef, and she bought turtles and brought them to the house. And I said, why'd you bring little baby turtles here? She's like, well, I was at the market and I saw the turtles and I didn't know what to do, so I just bought them. And we were like, Chef Katie.
Is she thinking about eating them?
Turtle soup?
No.
Bought turtles.
Bought turtles, brought them to the house. Now
So
we got
she
two little
saved
baby
them.
turtles.
She saved the turtles.
I thought turtles used to be illegal because they carried like hepatitis
Salmonella.
or something, some version of that. But now that there's salmonella or hepatitis
It's just
C or
everywhere.
botulism or everywhere in the streets of Los Angeles.
What's the difference?
So your personal chef, how does the personal chef work? Is she there full time? Does she do breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Except Sundays and Wednesday evenings. She got to live that life of hers. Shout out Chef Katie.
So she brought turtles home. That was pretty random.
And there's 10 of us in the house. A lot of money spent on groceries. Do you know how much? You want to take a guess? 6 months.
You going to Irwan?
No.
Because you don't get out of Irwan.
Gelson's.
Gelson's
That's
is a
not
lot
cheap.
too.
First 6 months of the year. Guess how much for a house of 10 people?
The first 6 months of the year.
Yeah.
All right, let's break it down to Gelson's is expensive.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
A lot of people in the house.
There's no club card.
She's not skimping on the private label brand.
She's not going generic.
Exactly.
Folks are training, so they need the best of the best.
Chicken, beef,
Lots
a lot
of
of protein.
high protein. I'll just go. I'll just make it easy. I'll say it's got to be high, $50,000.
That's what I was going to say.
absolutely right. Yeah, that's the exact number. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that was incredible. I can't believe you did that.
He's like a carnival barker.
I had Dylan get me all that information before the. No,
Oh, you did?
No, he doesn't know anything.
You just got wired in the ear.
That's right. No,
How you doing back there, guys? By the way.
No, I was going to go 10 a month, but I thought that's too round and too high.
Yep,
so
too
I
round.
dropped down to 50.
You're right. You're absolutely
That's a
right.
lot of Gelson. Is it right at 50 or pretty much
It's
right at 50?
literally right at 50. Like you were spot on, and I'm amazed.
Who are the
Wow.
10 people living in your house?
We got. I'll do names.
Well, just who are they to you?
Okay.
Friends or relatives? Or...
Friends/employees. They tend to be both. Mm-hmm. Which is how I prefer to work.
How many square feet you got? Big house?
Yeah, it's big. I don't
Like
know.
compound style?
It might be 18,000.
That's big. That's super big.
It's big. You know who used to live there? You know whose house it used to be? The dude from Whose Line Is It Anyway? The tall white guy.
Styles?
Yes.
No, he
Weird.
doesn't feel like 18,000 feet.
Wow.
He feels more in the 12 to 16 range to me.
You might be right.
Well,
I don't know, dude.
There's an interesting thing that you're living, which none of us led, which a lot of people are living now, which is, what would you do if you had a bunch of money when you were 20 or 22? Because all we did was struggle. It was like top ramen and canned beans and roommates and crappy apartments and crappy pickup trucks. So I don't know what I would have done. I probably would have had all of my friends move into a big house and ate a turtle.
Sounds pretty sweet.
Two turtles. Well, I was just eating the one. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Were they employees before they moved in, or how did that work?
No, they were friends.
And you said, "Hey, I got a job for you."
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sort of.
Yeah.
It was sort of just a mutual, like, let's start working together. Then they're like, hey, like, I like doing this. And I was like, I like that you're also doing this. Let's make it official.
And as much as you need someone to do job X or Y or Z, and you want your friends around anyway, you might as well pay them to do
It's great.
X or Y or Z.
It's great. That balance of business and pleasure, though, very crucial. Don't fuck it up.
Have you ever, you have any friends? I've had this. Friends that get a little over their skis, like they start thinking at some point like maybe they're you, or they want some of your money, or why is it you? Because
the turtle of the group, the turtle.
Yeah, turtle.
You guys all of a sudden like, hey, I've got Avion tequila.
What a great question. Hey, Mike, he's talking about you fuck ass.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Mike.
Not playing it close to the vest.
Yo, it's because here's why. They become talent somehow, or they see what the possibility is.
Right.
Because what I do is technically super attainable. Technically, anyone can pick up a camera and build an empire.
Low barrier to entry.
Very. So it seems. But yeah.
Well, no. Here's what I've kind of figured out. There's kind of two mindsets. When you see somebody being successful that's around you, especially if it's a family member, but an old friend or something, there's one of two, there's three mindsets you could have. There's the good for them, I have no thoughts about it, which is very rare.
Yeah, who does that?
Then there's the healthy version, which is, how can I earn my way to that position? Like, how can I figure out how to replicate or do my own version of, or be of service to that person so that I can get in on some of this. And then there's the third path that everyone goes down, which is, fuck that guy. I knew him when he was jack squat. How come I don't get what he... And then there's this part where you're just supposed to bequeath them things. You're supposed to hand them stuff that you make.
I'm so happy to say that everyone working with me is the middle person you just described. Like, I won't hire anyone who doesn't have that. Like, I love that they love to provide value for me in my life, but also learn and absorb and see what's happening in the world, so they can go in 1 to 2 years and go do whatever they want in their life.
Yeah.
And like some of the gold stars in the organization, like, I would love to grow with them for the rest of my life, because our organization and our business is an extremely dynamic, complex, evolving one, and I would love to grow with them for like ever and keep them with me. It may or may not happen, but I love that mindset. I think it's super healthy.
Well, it's also very humbling. A lot of people can't humble themselves to say, how can I help you so I can get in my own business? You know,
You're absolutely right. You're
it's
absolutely
a lot
right.
of ego being like, fuck you, why don't I have that?
You're absolutely right.
Also, they knew you when you weren't hot shit.
Some of them.
And so they sort of think you're, Kimmel, if you're listening. You knew these people when they were low totem pole people, and you kind of still think they're there.
Oh, no. I went on Jimmy's show.
Yeah. Well, he lets you on his show? Well, that's interesting.
Wow. Okay.
He let his best buddy come on.
I don't want to be in the middle of this.
Well, it's too late.
You're here.
He's my Mike.
Oh, no.
I don't even know who Mike is.
Oh, no.
No.
Do y'all beef?
No, I love Kimmel.
All right.
We get along great. I've been on his show 50-something times.
Oh, okay.
But I always explain that I've been on a show 50-something times because he used to not be able to book people, and they would just call me at 4 in the afternoon and go,
I know this. I know that doing this. My dad loved your guys' show. The Man Show, right?
Oh, man, am I old now.
My dad loved it. Shout out. Great.
Yeah. And now he's got varicose veins.
I know.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Fixed them right up.
Clear right up.
Sitting on the couch watching a Man Show.
Yeah, he should have been running in place instead of sitting on that couch.
You're
Jump on a
absolutely right.
trampoline.
There a desk.
Well, I was Jimmy's trainer for boxing. That's how I met him. He was doing a boxing match.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Against Michael the Maintenance Man.
Whoa, that's interesting.
That is.
Did he do well?
He lost, but it was kind of split. And no, he did not do well. That is, he did not listen to me like he should have. And I sent him out for the second round with no mouthpiece.
There you go.
That much I remember.
I'll show him.
All right, let me hit 23 and Mother's Day. Father's Day. Man, did we just have Father's Day? No. Screw Father's Day. We got a limited time offer. You can get yourself $50 off the perfect gift at 23andMe Health and Ancestry Kit. And that's, hold on, MaxPad, this got a whole bunch of old dates on it. Does anyone look at these things? You want to do 20? I can do generically if you want 23andMe, but did someone hand me the wrong thing?
Possibly. Just do it generically if you can.
Okay. 23andMe. Let's take care of our health. Let's find out our ancestry. Let's find out what genes we got running through us and how we could benefit from them. You can get a kit for yourself and figure out your shared genetics with over 125 personalized reports on health traits and more. Traits reports that give you insights in the genetics. It affects things like mosquito bite frequency. Like, why do I get bit by mosquitoes and others don't? Motion sickness, fear of heights, all that kind of stuff. Sort it out, figure it out scientifically. Explore where your DNA is from out of over 1,000 regions worldwide. And they've got deals. So go to 23andme.com/Adam. That is the number 23andme.com/Adam and get all of those great deals. All right, let's see. Logan Paul, the event is the Challenge Games.
Challenger Games.
Oh, I'm sorry. It says that here. The Challenger Games.
One of you guys forgot an R. No problem.
That is on me.
It's the guy reading.
The Challenger Games. That is this Saturday, July 27th, Long Beach Veterans Memorial Stadium at Long Beach City College. Tickets at
Eventbrite.
Eventbrite.com.
Right.
And also it'll be streaming on YouTube. And what events you entered in, Logan?
Look, man, it's going to be great. Right? It's a charity track and field event. I am the fastest man. I'm definitely the fastest entertainer. Probably the fastest man on the planet. Me personally, I'm doing a 100-meter race, the 4x1 100-meter relay, and the long jump. Well, I was going to do long jump, but I pulled my hamstring. So,
what can you do the 100-meter in?
Probably, I'm going to go like maybe sub 9. I'm going to attempt to go sub 9.
Sub 9? Wait, 100-meter? You can't go sub 9 in 100-meter. That's world class.
Record.
You haven't seen Logan.
I can't.
Yes.
I don't know if one can. What's the
nobody
world record?
can.
100 meters.
It's not sub 9. The world record on the 100 meters is probably 9 and change, maybe 9.6 or something.
Well, I mean, I'm going to
You're saying you could eat a 9-inch sub while you're doing a 13-second 100-meter?
No, I'm saying I'm gonna run the 100-meter like 8 point, probably 8.8.
That'd be badass.
Don't dash Logan's dreams. He knows what he's doing.
All right, I'm telling you, the world record for 100 meters is 9.58. It's essentially 9.6 by Usain Bolt.
Yeah, no problem. So I'll just shave what, like 0.6?
Yeah, if you shave 0.6 off of his 100-meter, you could do it.
It's impressive. I don't know. I ain't like jumping out of my seat about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. His world record.
It's admittedly good, Adam. Give it up. It's good. It's a good time.
He's quick, dude.
It's not sub 9.
That's why it says good, not great.
All right, you go sub 9. I think you're going to make Sports Center. That's me.
Dan Levitar's going to talk about you.
Yeah, for sure. But also, like, that's like okay.
Yeah.
Congrats.
No, I'm just saying, you will make
yeah.
the top 10 on Sunday. You will make SportsCenter's top 10 if you set a new record.
That's right.
Now,
that's what I intend to do this Saturday, July 27th. Get your tickets.
You're going sub 9.
That's right.
All right. And what do you do for the long jump? 57 feet?
No, the long jump. The last time I did long jump was in middle school. Yeah, I jumped. Man, I don't know.
You broke Bob Beeman's record.
That's right, but I might not do it. Like I said, I pulled a hamstring. I'm not even sure I'm gonna be able to.
So going sub 9s in the 100-meter with the pulled hammy's going to be a Speaking of hammy, maybe it'll be a 13-inch sub with ham. All right, where should people go? We should go to Eventbrite.
Yeah, Eventbrite. Get your tickets. We're also going to be streaming live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, all the sites with a donation link. The proceeds go to the Special Olympics. I want to raise $1 million for the Special Olympics. That would be a huge accomplishment for all of us. I think it'd be awesome. I think it encompasses the vibe of the event really well. That would be great. So tune in this Saturday, 5 p.m.
I will we'll keep you guys posted on a training session in Logan's backyard ring, and we'll do that as well. We'll keep people caught up with that.
True.
We'll take a quick break. We'll bid adieu to Logan Paul, and we'll say hello to news right after this.